Welcome back, everybody. In this video we will talk about the volume of a sphere. As you can see on this paper, we've already done surface area of a sphere, so I'll change to a blue pen here so we can differentiate between the two. So the volume of a sphere is found by this formula, 4 pi r cubed divided by 3. It can also be read as 4/3 pi r cubed, where r is the radius. So here we have a radius of 8, so the volume is 4 pi 8 cubed over 3. So in our calculator, we won't use the pi, we'll do the numerator first. So we have 4 times 8 cubed, and then we will divide that by 3, and we get this decimal. Now this decimal would require us to round, and I would rather rewrite this as a mixed number. Okay, so that way I can get my exact answer. Now 0.6 repeating, that is 2/3. That's a fraction decimal conversion that we should just know. If we get 0.3 repeating, it's 1/3. 0.6 repeating is 2/3. So this is actually 682 and 2/3. So 682 and 2/3 times pi, because we'd never used pi in our calculator, and that is in inches squared. Inches cubed. This is volume. It is inches cubed. Our next volume is 4 pi radius, which is 12. 12 cubed over 3. So 4 times 12 cubed divided by 3 is 2,304. So we have 2,304 pi yards cubed for our volume. Our next sphere has a radius of 3.5, so the volume is 4 pi 3.5 cubed over 3. So in our calculator, we have 4 times 3.5 cubed, and then divided by 3. Okay, now this one gives us a bit different decimal. That's not one that we really easily convert in our head, so I'm going to use this button right here that is going to convert it for me. So I'll use second, and then this right here, which will give me my mixed number of 57 and 1/6. So I have 57 and 1/6 times pi feet cubed. Our next volume has a radius of 6, so volume equals 4 pi 6 cubed over 3. So that's 4 times 6 cubed divided by 3, and that is 288. So we have 288 pi feet cubed. Then we have a radius of 18. Volume is 4 pi 18 cubed over 3. So 4 times 18 cubed divided by 3 is 7,776. So we have 7776 pi meters cubed. And then we have this one on which we've got 3,960. That is the average radius of the Earth. So we're treating this as a real-world example, which means we are going to include pi and have a decimal answer. So we'll have an approximate answer here. So 4 pi 3960 cubed divided by 3. So I'll type in 4 pi 3960 cubed and then divide that by 3. And I get a scientific notation answer here. Okay, so now it's times 10 to the 11th, which means I'm going to move this decimal 11 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'll need 9, 10, and 11. I'll need 3 zeros here. So I've got 260, 120, 253, 000. And that is in miles cubed. So that is 260,120,253,000 cubic miles. approximately for the volume of the Earth. Next up, we are given a volume and we want the radius. Now remember, volume is 4 pi r cubed over 3. And I can take this 972 pi and put that in for volume. 972 pi equals 4 pi r cubed over 3. So I will multiply both sides by 3 to cancel this out. So I've got 3 times 972, so that's 2,916. So 2,916 pi equals 4 pi r cubed. Now let's divide by 4 pi. And we get r cubed on the right side, and 2,916 divided by 4 on the left side, that is 729. And to get rid of this cubed, we will take the cubed root. Okay, so we get r equals, and it's the cubed root of 729. And here's how we'll put that into this calculator. We will type a 3 and then second and x root. So we get that on our calculator, 729, and that is 9. So we get the radius is 9 inches. Next, we are given the surface area of a sphere, and from that we want to find the radius, the circumference, and the volume of that sphere. So the surface area formula is 4 pi r squared. Okay, so surface area equals 4 pi r squared, and for surface area we will put in 484 pi. Okay, then we can divide both sides by 4 pi to cancel these out, and we get r squared equals, now these pi's also cancel, so we have 484 divided by 4, which is 121. And then the square root will get us the radius. All we need is the positive square root, and the square root of 121 is 11. So the radius is 11, and that's in yards, 11 yards. Now the circumference. Circumference is pi times diameter. So the circumference is pi times, well, the radius is 11, so the diameter must be 22. So the circumference is 22 pi yards. Okay, so the circumference of a sphere is the circumference of the great circle of the sphere, and that could be any great circle, so it could be one like this, or at any angle, as long as it is one of the great circles of the sphere. The volume is 4 pi r cubed over 3. So we have 4 times 11 cubed divided by 3, and that's 1774.6 repeating, so that's 2/3. So we have 1774 and 2/3 times pi yards cubed for the volume. And last, we have a sphere fitting tightly into a cube. So we are going to work under the assumption that every edge of the cube is touching the sphere, front, back, left, right, top, and bottom. So the sphere fits tightly within this cube. The cube has a volume of 27 meters cubed. We want to know the surface area and volume of the sphere. So for a cube, volume is side cubed. So that means 27 equals side cubed. So we will take the cubed root of both sides. Okay, so the cubed root of 27 is 3. So that means every side of this cube is 3. And that means that the radius of this sphere is half of that, 1.5. So the surface area of the sphere is 4 pi radius squared. So 4 times 1.5 squared is 9. So the surface area is 9 pi meters squared. The volume is 4 pi r cubed over 3. So we have 4 times 1.5 cubed divided by 3, and that is 4.5. So we have a volume of 4.5 pi meters cubed. Now let's add to this. We're going to find the empty space left over. So in these corners around the outside of the sphere but still inside the cube, let's find that empty space. Okay, so to find the empty space, we take the volume of the cube, which is 27, and we subtract the volume of the sphere, which is 4.5 pi. Okay, so we'll type that in our calculator. 27 minus 4.5 pi equals 12.86. So it's approximately 12.86, and that is in meters cubed. That is the empty space inside of that cube.